I said, my beloved ADB. My beloved ADB. There's a conversation. But it takes me back to how the legal system in Ghana works. Anas, Aremeya Anas. Anas, Aremeya Anas. Of my beloved GIJ. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, he questioned our judiciary. Listen to him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you not just as a journalist, but as a witness to history, a child of Ghana's turbulent past, and a soldier in the fight for truth. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Ken Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million. The ruling is more than a legal victory. It is a profound affirmation that truth matters, that justice is not a privilege of the powerful, and that the arc of history does indeed bend towards righteousness. My story begins long before this moment. I was born at the 37 Military Barracks in Accra, the son of the soldier who served in an era where power belonged to those who wielded the gun. I grew up watching my nation transition from military rule to democracy, witnessing firsthand the struggle of ordinary Ghanaians yearning for justice, transparency, and accountability. When Ghana finally embraced democracy, I knew that safeguarding it required more than just laws. It needed the unyielding courage of those willing to hold power accountable. That is why I chose journalism, not as a career, but as a calling. Over the years, my team and I have exposed corruption at the highest levels, from the corridors of politics to the halls of justice. But in fighting the corrupt, one becomes a target. Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader, and a blackmailer who ought to be hanged. These were not just lies. They were calculated attempts to destroy my credibility and put my life in danger. While Ghana's legal system failed to deliver justice in 2018, the U.S. court upheld truth. This case was not easy. Proving defamation in the United States requires establishing actual malice by a clear and convincing evidence standard, one of the highest legal thresholds in the world. That the jury ruled 8-0 in my favor on every count is a testament to the fact that Mr. Agyapong acted with reckless disregard. Regrettably, Ghana's justice system has not always lived up to the principles of fairness and impartiality. When I sued Mr. Agyapong in 2018, despite his inability to legally substantiate his allegations, the court ruled against me, with Justice Barr scandalously branding me a terrorist instead of adjudicating the facts before him. This miscarriage of justice was later condemned by Supreme Court Justice Kolende, who rightly described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority. My fight has never been for personal gain, but for the soul of Ghana's democracy. This victory in the US sends a powerful message. The media cannot be silenced, truth cannot be buried, and those who wield power must be held accountable. Let this moment be a wake-up call to all who seek to erode the foundations of justice in Ghana. Let it remind us that democracy is not just about elections, but institutions that uphold the truth, courts that deliver justice without fear or favor, and citizens who refuse to accept corruption as the norm. To my legal team, Andrew Dehere Esquire, Arthur Womega Esquire, Evans Salasi Adeka Esquire, and Odei Kuro Esquire, I am forever grateful for your dedication to justice. And to my supporters in Ghana and around the world, your unwavering belief in the fight strengthens my resolve. The battle against corruption continues, we will name shame and jail. Ghana deserves better, and I will never stop fighting for a future where justice is not a privilege of the powerful, but the right.
And Anas Aremeya Nas there is questioning our judiciary. This same matter was brought before a Ghanaian court. So the simple question I ask is, if they cannot find $80 million worth of property of Mr. Ken Agyapong, former MP for Assin Central in the US, and they have to come down here, and the courts here have to enforce that his properties be taken, would they have the gonats of steel to do it? He's questioning our security, our judiciary. He is doing that. And this is not the first case Mr. Agyapong has lost. You remember the one against Kevin Taylor? It has to get our judiciary to sit up and look straight. Because now the people will start asking questions of our judiciary. I'm not the one asking the questions. I just played a video for you, and I'm saying that he, based on what he knows and what he felt here in 2018, is asking the questions. The chief protagonist in that story went into an open court, a court properly constituted, and insulted the judge, spoke anyhow to the judge. What happened to the individual? Nothing. This is Kweku Mensah, who goes to steal 3 or 4 fingers of banana and is brought to the court. The judge is quick to bang the gavel and give a sentence and bang the gavel. Your fellow judge was insulted in open court. I have not heard the Judicial Council. I have not heard anybody within the judicial conglomerate say anything about it. Somebody walks into a court, a member of parliament so-called, insults a judge in open court. Nobody has said anything about it. And this one, I will hold the judiciary. If you like, come and hold me and throw me in Ankafu or wherever. I don't care. I'm saying that somebody came to your court, stood in open court, insulted a judge in open court, and you did nothing about it. Should the people trust you? They are beginning to doubt you. And Anas Aremeya is now telling us that, the matter I brought before you that you threw away, that you gave me a fine, I had to pay for legal fees, etc. The US court says the man owes me money. And you know how I feel it? I feel it because Ken Agyapong, a certain Hope Senadoe, and a certain Ernest Owusu Bempa, they sat on the 2 TV. That's Ken Agyapong's TV. And they undressed me and insulted me. I didn't take legal action because I didn't think it was worth to give them my time. 3 worthless people, you give me your time, then you're equally worthless. Hope Sinadoye, 3-4 years after, came to TV3, this premises. He can bear me witness. There were others there. Omari Wadi can bear me witness. Who says he couldn't find employment for his children? They can bear me witness. He was there when the man came apologizing to me. He was there when his wife came apologizing to me. His wife, Gift Adoy, was my very good friend. He used to be my very good friend. Said, "Oh, you people are doing your politics." I said, "Me, am I a politician? Do I look like a politician to you?" But they bundled me together. They bundled me together. And they did that. He came apologizing. I told him he should go and sit on the same medium where he made those baseless comments and those unfounded allegations to be able to clear me up. But we have survived. We have gone through it, I know. But we'll survive. Why didn't Mr. Ken Agyapong go to the US court to be screaming and raving and ranting and insulting the judge as he did in Ghana? Why couldn't he do that? He knew that in Ghana, he could get away with murder. And Kisi Jabin said it. He said, look, we will get to a point where one day a murderer will go to a court and seek an injunction, even on his arrest. That's where we are getting to. I told you in 2021, I said there are 5 things you don't need to politicize: education, health, security, economy, agric. Don't politicize it. Unfortunately, we have politicized all of them. All of them. Such that we can't even have the peace of mind to deal with situations as they should be dealt with. When you start talking about and criticizing a certain system, you say, hey, or NDC, hey, or MPP. That's what we have become. I've been talking about something that the police is investigating at GGSA, Ghana Geological Survey Authority. And people are already calling me and saying, oh, I can vouch for this one, I can vouch. You can vouch for who? The Deputy Director General reports to the Director General. If the police is investigating the person for visa fraud, you should not be vouching for anybody. You should be asking him, how did this happen under you? How did this happen under you? And is this the first time this is happening under you? You should not be vouching, calling me and saying, you're texting me and saying you are vouching for somebody. How did this happen under you? You should be asking the person, if you're a principled person indeed. Number 2, they say they are migrating them from civil service to public service, right? You should be asking them, were the right processes observed before the migration happened? You should be asking them. Not be calling me to say, I can vouch for them, you can have a conversation. You can have a conversation about what? It is not about me. I'm not looking for parochial interest. If I were looking for parochial interest, I would be rich. Very, very rich. I could buy any V8, any private jet I want, because when the people come to me, I'll give them a price list and I'll give them a fee and they will pay and I will get my money. But that's not how I operate. I don't operate that way. You can vouch for who? The person has a responsibility to keep an eye on the ball. Did the person keep an eye on the ball? No. If the person kept an eye on the ball, they wouldn't have used the letterhead to say person A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H who don't work with us should go and get a visa in the name of the institution that they don't work at. Field allowances, 140 Ghana cedis a day. Ghana Geological Survey Authority, 140 Ghana cedis a day. By the close of the month is 4,200 cedis a day, a month. They pay 5% into a certain fund. What happens to the rest? It's not about vouching for anybody. It's about what is happening on the ground. And when the people are not happy with you and the applause is not loud enough, you bow out and check out. It's not about vouching for anybody. We have professionals in this country. Go and check the Ghana Geological Survey Authority. The attrition rate of professionals who know their beings, who are leaving because they are not happy with the system. Go and check. And I can provide you with the details here. Me, I don't talk out of nothing. I speak with facts and figures. If a matter comes to me, I take my time to investigate. I'm saying the bank at Kejetia, whoever has called you to call to say, oh, you want to find out who gave information, blah, blah, blah. Oh, forget. I will put your details up here.